Alright, let's see what we got here in this box. So, the inner primary cover. Yep, got a hump in it. See the end of it in here. It's not a case, because it could be a case too. Oyster case, but it's not. Yep. There we go. It's one of those. FXR Dynac has got a shift lever in it. It's early FXR crap. Inner shift lever. I remember this part. It's a test piece. The knife's getting dull for some reason. That's a sharp knife there, let me tell you. Time for a resharpen job. I've been using it too many days in a row, so get a little honing stone, Arkansas honing stone, that's what I call these. Feel like that. If it cuts your thumb, you know it's really sharp. It's never that sharp. But at least now it'll cut this better. Oh, look at that. Still tears though. Damaged. Couldn't really tell on the pictures. I really call it. I thought it might have been damaged. I didn't pay much for this piece of crap, so it doesn't matter. It's more of a test thing anyway. Alright, so this is an 82 to 83, maybe early 84. I think it's 83. FXR. Chevrolet FXR bike. With the enclosed chain drive primary sealed up crap. That's what that's all about. So this has been broken up here. So this is never going to hold oil up in here with unless you put a gasket on it and make this flat. It'll never hold. And it might be out around too, I'm not sure. It looks like it's kind of oval shaped, so it's probably not very square. So 84 they changed something, and 85 there's another change. They kept making changes. So they changed the seals inside here. They changed the shaft. This is an early shaft because the later shaft is taller, about this tall. And it might be different here too, I'm not sure. These early ones use quad seal O-rings, which would go in these grooves right here. And later on they actually had a seal of some type with a tube on the real later ones. So they kept making changes because the stuff didn't work very well. So the height here would make a leverage change on your shifter linkage ratio. Because this was on a ratchet top transmission, or not a ratchet, it was on a Calpi 4-speed tranny. Or was, no, these are 5-speed. These are all 5-speed bikes. So I don't know why they had a different lever. The 5-speed had the same lever out of the shifter, I think, on all years. So, yeah, I don't know. That I don't know about. But they are different because the other one's a lot taller. Maybe they changed the shift lever in the front and changed the ratio up there, so they did both. But I think they use the same shift lever on the side. I don't think they changed that part. This is supposed to be splined right here, and it looks like the splines are... they might have had splines there at one time, but they're not there anymore. So this thing's a piece of crap. So this is junk. You know, if you welded it on, it'd be fine, but who would want to weld that on? You could never get a part. You know, probably cook the O-ring too. So that's basically a mock-up only part. Just like this thing being damaged is not too good. But I think I only got like 40 bucks invested in this, so it's not like I get a lot of money. It was the shipping was where all the money was at. But I got a fork. Fork's worth some money. So I don't know, there's 2 or 3 different variations of these forks. When they get these flat spots worn in, that means they're getting worn, and this one's definitely got a flat spot in there, but If you don't have one, that's worth 40 bucks right there. And it has the pin still in here. There's a floating pin. Looks like it's got a pipe plug up in here. And then you got a pin right here. Yep, there's a pin, a lever separate. You gotta move separate from the pin, and then you got a plug that holds it in. So it's 3 pieces to make one part. Nice. So the problem I got with these motors is that this was an enclosed chain drive to the back wheel, so they had big rubber belluses that went back here, and a big seal on the wheels, a big housing went around all this crap. So they never put a seal in here. So when you take off all this leaky crap here and put a chain on it, an O-ring chain, you have no seal, so it leaks oil out of it. So any oil that's inside the primary in here wants to come out. So when we did that FXRT bike for my friend in Vegas, his bearing was loose in here like almost all of them are. So we keep gluing it in here with Loctite, trying to hold it. And this bearing we put in is a sealed bearing, but a sealed bearing is not made to hold oil in there, it's made to hold grease inside the bearing. It's not made to keep oil from going through it. So it seeps a little bit. Not too bad, but a little bit. So what I wanted to try to do was go in here and put a sleeve in here and have a lip that sticks up that I can actually put a real seal in it, and then see if it would fit onto the bike. That's what the plan was going to do. So I wanted to get one of these to do that. I told him whenever he took his primary off, send it down here to play with it, but he's never did it yet, so because it ain't that big of a problem. So now I got something to play with. I have a sample I can work with. I've also seen where these lips are all broken out because they get so loose in there. But this one still has a lip in there, so it's good. So basically I just bore this out, make like a 50 thou wall sleeve, because you only got so much material here still to support it. You don't want to cut too big. If you do cut big, you're going to make sure it's really thick because it's going to be unsupported. But if you just put a little thin wall sleeve in there, tighten the bearing up, and also retain the seal, hopefully that would take care of that leak. That's the game plan. So that's the only reason I got it here, just something to play with. Because when this is damaged up here like that, it becomes pretty worthless. You know, you can put a gasket on here and seal it and make it work if you had to, but yeah, you know, it's a matter if you need this primary or not. You know, they didn't make a lot of these, so they are kind of rare, but secondhand, they're also piles of crap. Nobody really wants them too. They upgrade to newer parts. So you could put later primary and stuff on your bike. You could put an 83, 85 version, 86 version on the bike. Probably up all the way up to early 89 is all interchangeable on all the FXRs. That were those early ones. The later ones didn't have any of this crap in here. They actually put a seal in here, starting I think in 85. So they were made different, but you know, stuff can be retrofitted backwards. So this is the first attempt at trying to seal things up, which was a lousy attempt. The FLT primary looks very similar, and they had that sealed chain crap, so all the same stuff going on here would be on the FLT bikes too, starting in 79. But they didn't have the shifter hole here. They had a knob way up here in the top, up here. So they're different looking. And these are just part numbers in here. Oh, there it is. There's a part number in here. Looks like it says 79. A little spit on your finger highlights stuff. See? Looks like a 79A. So there you go. It goes all the way back to 79, the housing, because it fits an FLT. The first year of an FXR is 82. So it's the same primary. It's just how you machined it. So, but you know, it doesn't have the hump up here. Now maybe the hump is not part of it, and on the FLT, I'm not sure. But definitely this hole wouldn't be here. So you have to plug that hole up at least. Or you put mid controls on your FLT. That works too. Nobody said you couldn't do that. A lot of people are doing that these days. They want mid controls on everything. Then you got the starter over here, solenoid over here. All this stuff looks pretty nice. If you want to put a big sprocket in here, you got to bore this out and put a big sprocket in there, which we did on his bike. We put a 24 tooth in here from a 22. 22 is the biggest you can go normally. We go up 2 teeth, you gain about 15 miles an hour on the speed, which is really nice. Allows you to cruise at 90 miles an hour real easy. So anyway, that makes a big difference. So anyway, that's what that is. Early rubber mount crap. There you go. And then this here, they didn't use any bushing or anything. Is there a bushing? Oh, there's a little brass bushing in there. I'm guessing there's another seal that went right here. It goes in there. See the groove right there? Yep, that would go in there. Doesn't go all the way in though. Oh, it hits on the outside, okay. Oh, that has a big shoulder on it. Okay, I see what's going on here. Man, I think crap. Yeah, a lot of junk on there. So see, it's recess cut here, then it sticks up high, which gets you above in kind of a seal area. And then this has a big shoulder on it also, see right here. So that keeps it from way up in there. So this never gets close enough to contact anything here. There's no room, there's no seal out here. So the only seal is on the shaft, which is right on the edge of it. So you have one quad seal right in here, and one up in here on the cover, and that's it for sealing, which obviously did not work very well, because you can see how loose that bushing is right there. And when that bushing gets loose in there, you get an air gap in there, the O-ring is not going to follow that shaft. It's going to get loose. You're going to uncover oil as you shift it, and every time you uncover it, it spurts a little bit of oil out. So you're always going to have a little bit of seepage out of the end of it. So there you go. More garbage. Bad design. That's why they redesigned this stuff later on. The first attempts were failures at doing it good. Alright, there you go. Early FXR crap.